Have you ever caught yourself walking into a room and forgetting why you're there? Or maybe getting up from the couch only to realize your knees don't feel as steady as they used to? If you've nodded your head, you're definitely not alone. After 60, many of us start to feel little changes. A bit less energy in the morning, a few more aches than we remember, or maybe a growing feeling that our bodies aren't quite cooperating the way they once did. But here's the thing. Aging doesn't mean giving up on feeling strong, capable, or full of life. In fact, the years after 60 can be some of the healthiest and most rewarding if we give our bodies the attention they truly deserve. And no, I'm not talking about becoming a gym rat or counting every calorie. I'm talking about realistic, gentle but powerful changes that help you stay fit and eat smart. The kind that support your heart, your muscles, and even your mind. So today, let's sit down and have a real conversation, not about turning back the clock, but about moving forward in a way that keeps you feeling vibrant and steady on your feet. Because the truth is, fitness and food choices matter more now than ever. And the good news? It's never too late to start. Let's begin with something that might surprise you. You don't need intense workouts to stay fit after 60. What your body really craves is consistency and kindness. Movement that keeps your joints happy, your muscles engaged, and your balance steady. And one of the best ways to begin? Simple, daily walking. Not power walking, not racing around the block. Just a steady, mindful walk. 15 to 20 minutes a day is a great place to start. You don't need fancy shoes or a fitness tracker. Just your body, your breath, and a little commitment. Walking gently works almost every part of your body. It supports your heart, keeps your legs strong, and even helps your digestion. You'd be amazed how a daily walk after lunch can help reduce bloating and stiffness. Plus, there's something mentally refreshing about moving your body in fresh air. You don't have to go far. Even a few laps around your home or garden counts. The secret is doing it regularly. Think of it like brushing your teeth, something you just do, not because it's exciting, but because it keeps everything working as it should. But here's where it gets even better. Combine that walk with a little strength work, and you're building a solid foundation. Now, I know strength training sounds intimidating, but it doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or joining a gym. Strength after 60 can be as simple as using your own body. Sit to stands from a chair, gentle wall push-ups, lifting light objects around the house. These are all forms of strength training. They help maintain muscle mass, which naturally declines as we age, and that's crucial. Why? Because strong muscles protect your joints, keep your balance sharp, and even support brain function. Think about it. How many times do we hear of someone falling and having a hard time recovering? Most of the time, it's not just the fall. It's the loss of strength and stability that makes recovery harder. By keeping our muscles active, we stay in control. You don't need to do a full workout. Just pick one or two movements and build from there. A few minutes here and there really do add up. And while we're moving the body, we can't ignore what we put into it. The foods you eat have the power to lift you up or drag you down. If you've been feeling sluggish, tired after meals, or noticing weight that doesn't budge, it could be that your eating habits need just a little tune-up. Let's talk about something simple: protein. Most folks over 60 don't get enough of it, and that can quietly lead to muscle loss, weakness, and even fatigue. The good news? You don't need to eat steak every night to get what you need. There are so many gentle, senior-friendly sources of protein. Think soft-boiled eggs, Greek yogurt, lentil soup, even a spoonful of peanut butter with fruit. These small changes can make a big difference in how you feel. Try starting your day with a little protein. It steadies your blood sugar and keeps your energy from crashing before lunch. If you're used to just toast or cereal in the morning, try adding an egg or a small cup of cottage cheese. You might be surprised how much more alert and satisfied you feel through the day. And speaking of energy, hydration is often the hidden hero. As we get older, our sense of thirst dulls. You might not even feel thirsty, but your body still needs that water. If your joints ache more than usual, or you're feeling foggy-headed, a glass of water might help more than you think. Try keeping a small glass nearby and sipping often. Even herbal teas or a splash of lemon in warm water can do the trick. Now that we've talked about moving more and eating a bit smarter, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but where do I even begin? Start with one thing, just one. Maybe today, it's going for a short walk after lunch, or tomorrow, it's swapping your breakfast toast for an egg. The key is to make these new habits feel natural, not forced. You're not here to overhaul your life overnight. You're here to feel just a little better each day, and that's something completely within reach. So take a breath, give yourself a pat on the back for being here, and know that your body is listening. It wants to support you. You just have to meet it halfway. Now that we've talked about walking, strength, and adding the right foods into your day, let's talk about something that doesn't always get the attention it deserves: balance. Not just the kind that keeps you from tripping over the cat, but the kind that helps you feel steady and confident in every step you take. As we get older, it's completely normal for our sense of balance to shift. Maybe you notice it when stepping out of the shower or when getting up too quickly from a chair. That slight wobble, why, it's your body saying, hey, I need a little more support here. But here's the good news. You can train balance just like a muscle, and it doesn't take much. One of the easiest ways to start is by simply standing on one leg for a few seconds while holding onto the back of a chair. Try brushing your teeth while standing on one leg, or waiting for the kettle to boil while gently shifting your weight from foot to foot. These small moments, done regularly, send a message to your brain and muscles. We're staying strong and stable. If you're someone who feels unsteady, don't push too hard too fast. Just work on awareness first. Make sure your home is clear of trip hazards, loose rugs, cables, anything that might sneak up on your feet. And choose shoes with good grip and support, not just the comfy old pair that's been around since the 90s. Every step you take should be safe and confident. Now let's shift gears just a little, from balance in the body to balance on the plate. Because staying fit isn't only about movement, it's also about fueling yourself in a way that supports your changing needs. After 60, our bodies process food a bit differently. We often need fewer calories but more nutrients. That means every bite matters a little more than it used to. Let's talk about sugar. Now, I'm not here to ruin your favorite dessert. Life is meant to be enjoyed. But many seniors are surprised to find that even seemingly healthy foods are packed with added sugars. These sugars can quietly lead to weight gain, fatigue, and increased inflammation in the body, the kind that makes your joints ache or your energy dip. Take a peek at things like flavored yogurt, breakfast cereals, and even store-bought sauces. They often carry more sugar than you'd expect. Swapping to plain yogurt with some fresh fruit, or making a simple homemade dressing with olive oil and lemon can cut down your sugar intake without cutting down your joy. Speaking of olive oil, let's take a moment to appreciate healthy fats. A little drizzle on your salad or a handful of nuts as a snack can actually boost your health, not harm it. These fats are good for your brain, your joints, and even your mood. Don't be afraid of them. Just like with everything else, moderation is the key. And here's something you might not hear every day. Don't skip meals. It might sound counterintuitive, especially if you're not feeling hungry or trying to lose a little weight. But skipping meals can actually slow down your metabolism and make you feel more tired, not less. Instead, focus on smaller, balanced meals throughout the day. Think of your plate as a puzzle. A little protein, a little fiber, a bit of healthy fat, and some colorful veggies or fruit. That's a combination your body will thank you for. Now, I want to talk about something that ties it all together: routine. You see, our bodies love rhythm. They respond beautifully to habits and predictability. If you move your body every morning, even just for 10 minutes, your joints begin to expect that movement, and they loosen up faster. If you fuel yourself with a consistent breakfast and avoid long gaps without food, your blood sugar stays stable and your energy stays steady. That's why those little daily choices, the ones that might seem too small to matter, actually build up into something powerful. Think of it like watering a plant. You don't dump a gallon of water on it once a month and hope for the best. You give it a little each day. Your body, your strength, your health, they all thrive the same way. A little love each day goes much further than trying to fix everything all at once. And I know some days are harder than others. Maybe the knees ache a little more. Maybe sleep wasn't great. Or maybe motivation just didn't show up. That's okay. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. Even if your walk today is shorter or your meal isn't ideal, that's part of being human. The key is to keep showing up for yourself. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember this: every time you choose to move instead of sitting, every time you pick a real food over a processed one, every time you stretch instead of ignoring that stiff back, you are choosing yourself. You're saying, I matter, my health matters. And that's powerful. So if you've started to walk a little more, maybe do a few gentle strength moves, and you're thinking more about balance and what's on your plate, you're already well on your way. These changes may feel small, but they build momentum. Day by day, step by step. And speaking of momentum, let's not forget one of the most underrated ways to stay fit and sharp after 60: staying socially active. Now, this might not sound like a typical workout, but your body and brain treat connection as essential fuel. You know that light feeling after catching up with an old friend or sharing a laugh over coffee? That's not just in your head. Social interaction reduces stress hormones, boosts immune function, and even supports heart health. Yes, laughter really is medicine. So if it's been a while since you've reached out to someone, maybe now's the perfect time. Join that walking group, call your neighbor for a stroll, or try a local class, even if it's just to learn something new. Whether it's Tai Chi, dancing, or water aerobics, these group activities offer more than physical benefits. They bring purpose, connection, and joy. 3 things that keep your inner spark alive. And speaking of inner spark, let's take a moment to talk about something that often gets overlooked: flexibility. It's easy to assume that being stiff or tight is just part of aging, something we have to accept. But it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, stretching, gentle, mindful stretching, can bring a sense of relief and freedom that you might not have felt in years. You don't need fancy equipment or an hour-long yoga session. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can do wonders. Start your morning by reaching up to the sky, then slowly touching your toes. Roll your shoulders, turn your head gently side to side. It might feel awkward at first, but that's okay. Over time, your body will start to crave these moments of movement. Think of stretching as a kind of daily tune-up, loosening up the areas that tighten when we sit, when we sleep, or when we worry. And trust me, your future self, the one reaching down to tie their shoes or reaching up to grab something from the top shelf, will be so thankful you did. Now, while we're tuning up the body, we also have to take care of what fuels the engine: hydration. It might sound simple, but many people over 60 simply don't drink enough water. Our sense of thirst decreases with age, so we might not realize how much our body is actually craving hydration. And when we're even mildly dehydrated, we can feel more tired, more achy, and even a bit foggy in the head. The good news is that staying hydrated doesn't mean chugging gallons of water. A glass first thing in the morning, sipping steadily throughout the day, and including hydrating foods like cucumbers, watermelon, or soups can make a big difference. Herbal teas, warm water with lemon, they all count. And if plain water feels boring, infuse it with a few slices of fruit or fresh mint. Make it something you look forward to. Now here's the truth. Everything we've talked about, from movement to meals to mindset, all comes down to one thing: honoring your body. Not punishing it, not trying to rewind the clock, but meeting it exactly where it is and saying, let's take care of you. Because no matter your age, you deserve to feel strong, energized, and vibrant. And it's not too late. In fact, there's no better time than now. The years after 60 can be some of the most fulfilling, most empowered years of your life. If you choose to show up for yourself, start with one small habit. Maybe today it's a walk around the block. Tomorrow, it's swapping the sugary snack for a piece of fruit and a handful of almonds. The next day, it's doing 5 minutes of stretching before bed. These are the choices that build strength, energy, and confidence. Not overnight, but over time, steadily, lovingly. And don't forget, you're not doing this alone. There's a whole community of people just like you who are choosing health, joy, and movement every single day. If this video has helped you in any way, share your thoughts or your progress in the comments. We love hearing from you. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. And if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more amazing people like you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're here with more tips, encouragement, and support to help you live your best life, one step at a time. So here's to stretching without pain, walking with ease, laughing with friends, and enjoying meals that make you feel good from the inside out. Here's to waking up with more energy and going to bed feeling proud. And most of all, here's to you. Because you are strong, you are capable, and you deserve to thrive at any age.